Welcome to Soul, a weekly entertainment show on fashion, arts and culture, food, relationships, and mental health. Our weekly co-hosts are Dr. Delvina Thomas, Imani Warren, and Chef Irene. Now introducing our host, Miss Nicky Gelin.
Hey, happy Humble Wednesday. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. And we are slowly going down the hump and we're getting closer to the weekend. So this show is brought to you, MIA Soul, is brought to you by our sponsors. So the Florida Lottery and Duke and Dame Whiskey, and also the FAMU Medical Marijuana and Research Institute. Get credible information and engage in a safe space to learn and talk about cannabis right here within Florida. Now, y'all, we have a very special guest tonight. I am inspired. I am intrigued. And she is the award-winning entrepreneur, ecosystem architect, and digital transformation strategist, and the founder of the She Builds Global Initiative. So let's welcome the gorgeous Shaina Silva. Hello.
Thank you so much, Nikki. I love your introductions. My goodness.
Well, I have to big you up. You know, everything that you're doing. Yes.
I was thinking we should go on tour or something.
I'm down for that. You know, I'm down for. I love traveling. You know, I'm down for. We'll talk offline about that part. Yes. Yeah. So first of all, I'm loving your necklace. Is there a story behind it?
Yeah. So I spent most of my career in Africa. So this necklace is actually from Kenya.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yeah. I love that. When I travel, I love collecting pieces, but I don't buy mugs. I don't buy keychains. I buy like accessories, jewelry. Yes. That's the thing.
Same.
Right. So now let's get right into it. So when did the She Build Global Initiative come into inception, and what's the why behind it?
So She Builds came into inception in 2018, completely by accident. One of our world leaders, who shall remain nameless, made a comment around shithole countries, and I decided to take action. And that action led me to ask our Haitian community, how are we going to respond to this comment around shithole countries? Because we are not shithole people. And most of the people who responded to my call to action were women. And so when I discovered that there were so many women who wanted to be involved, who were already involved, who were creating businesses or platforms to amplify the story of Haiti or to build solutions for the future of Haiti, but none of these women were connected to each other. None of these women had their stories being told on larger platforms. And I recognized that there was a gap where most of the stories we already know most of the stories coming out of Haiti are negative, but there were so many stories that were positive that weren't being told. So that's when I decided I wanted to solve for that, specifically to help women entrepreneurs to be seen, to be visible, to have their stories be told, but even deeper than that, to connect them to the right resources so that they could scale their impact. So that's what happened in 2018, completely by accident. And in the process of creating this platform to connect these women, really started looking at how do we connect each other in different cities, right? We're in Miami right now. There's a Haitian community here. How do we connect them to each other? There's a Haitian community in New York, in DC, in San Francisco, in Paris, in Abidjan, in Accra. They need to be connected to each other, and we need to be connected to each other globally.
Yes.
And so now we have a chapter network led by chapter ambassadors who organize regular events for their city. And we have a presence in 30 cities across 4 continents with women entrepreneurs getting together to build the ecosystem.
And this happened in 2018. This actually started, and it's much progress have been made since then. That's amazing. So when you say the global initiative, like is it having like a Haitian presence on a global spectrum, or okay, I see. That's what it is. So
yes and no. We started out as a Haitian initiative, right? This was a call to action for my Haitian community? What are we going to do about this comment? But it has since evolved to encompass Black women across the global diaspora, right? We need to connect with our other Black women sisters, right? Our entrepreneurs who are also doing big things, who have access to resources or capital. Why aren't we connected? So we've moved beyond Haitian focus to really be global diaspora focused.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're just a boat stop away. We're all just a boat stop away. So yes, we're all united. We're all one nation,
Yes,
especially with
yes.
our historical background. So so this has now morphed into a festival. So tell us about the She Builds Initiative Festival coming to Miami in a couple of weeks.
Yes, absolutely. So all of these different chapters organize events in their own cities to build the ecosystem. But we wanted to figure out, how do we make sure that we also connect to each other in person at least once a year? And that's what gave birth to the festival, was really making sure that that global community got together at least once a year. And so we've hosted it in Haiti traditionally. The first one was in 2019 in Port-au-Prince, and it was a huge success. We had over 460 people turn out in the midst of a pays lock. A pays lock is a country lockdown. So there was riots, there was all kinds of political unrest. And we said, we're going to host this event because we need to talk about the future, right? We cannot allow what's happening to hold us down and to keep us from being able to think and dream about what's possible 10 years from now, 30 years from now. So we went, hosted the festival in the midst of chaos, and had 460 men and women. So while this is She Builds, we had men show up, Nikki. Our male allies are with us, and they're very much represented in the festival as well. And, after 2019, we had COVID. So we went virtual. So this is our first time back in person, and we're bringing the festival to Miami.
Oh my gosh, super, super excited. We're happy to have you here in Miami. I mean, out of all places, like, why not Miami?
Well, Miami is a growing tech hub, which you may have heard. It's a growing tech hub. It's a multicultural community. And so when we saw that the situation in Haiti was really getting not better, so as not to say worse, but it wasn't getting better. And we didn't want to have to bring 50 speakers to the country and not have control over what was happening. So we pivoted and decided to host it in Miami. Again, another accident, sort of. And it's the best thing that could have happened to us, because the Miami ecosystem opened their arms to us, welcomed us, and said, we're doing this. We needed this anyway. And so I think we're here to stay, Nikki. I think we're going to be doing this year over year in Miami. Absolutely. We'll still do it in Haiti, but for sure we'll continue to do this in Miami.
Oh my, yes, you're always welcome down here. Of course. Yes. And when you come back next year and the year after, make sure to definitely reach out, and we'll support in any capacity that you need. So what can we expect at the festival this year?
So the Future Festival, we talk about the future of everything, right? Finance, education, fashion, music, beauty, and how technology is disrupting all of these industries, and how we as entrepreneurs and professionals of color need to stay abreast of that disruption and even take advantage of that disruption. So let's not be victims of it, right? You may lose a job, you may lose a client, but there's another opportunity that comes with that disruption, and you need to know what that looks like and how you can take advantage of it. So those are the types of conversations we'll be having at the Future Festival. We'll touch on artificial intelligence and what's happening in the ChatGPT space. We'll talk about virtual reality and augmented reality, and how creators of color can take advantage of what's happening in Web3 and the metaverse, right? These are the types of conversations we'll be having, so that our community of women entrepreneurs and Black men entrepreneurs can know how to take advantage of how technology is changing our lives.
Well, you kind of lost me at the Web3 and the metaverse. So I'm definitely going to be a part of that panel or the workshop, because I'm Web3 and the metaverse. Like, okay, all right, yes. So,
Yes.
So what kind of speakers can we expect? Is there a panel? Are there performances, workshops? What about that part?
Absolutely. So let me take you through the itinerary because there's also fashion involved in this, right?
Left
We're-
part.
Listen, we are all about self-expression and creativity as well. So we start the festival with Thursday night, the welcome cocktail. That's June 8th. It's taking place at the Little Haiti Cultural Center. And the theme for that welcome cocktail is futuristic chic, inspired by the Haitian Revolution. So we're asking anybody who plans to attend the festival, you must come prepared with your futuristic chic outfit. It is a requirement. Yes. Actually, our first festival in 2019 in Haiti, that was one of the biggest parts of the event. Leading up to it, people were posting on Instagram that they were going shopping for fabric, what they were wearing. They were getting jewelry made, like they were getting shoes made. It was big. It was our version of a mini Met Gala. Okay. That's what we're going for. That's Thursday night. That's the welcome cocktail. Friday and Saturday, we have our plenary sessions. So all the panels and keynotes and workshops, that's happening during the day. Friday night, we have a pitch competition and party powered by Pharrell Williams' Black Ambition. So we have 6 incredible women entrepreneurs who will be pitching for a chance to secure $10,000 in seed grant. And then we'll party after that. Yes, there's no outfit assignment for that. So you can come as you are. But Saturday night, we shut down the festival with our red carpet gala. This is our version of the Grammys. So we started out with Met Gala. We're shutting it down with Grammys. Okay. So asking again our attendees to please dress the part. It's red carpet, and Nicky will be there to interview you on what you're wearing on the red carpet. Hello.
Hello.
And in that event, to close down the festival, we'll have performances from Soraya, who's a BET actress and also a musician, and some other musicians that are up and coming from movies and from other musical spheres, just to showcase the artistry in our community. Now, we'll be honoring a handful of incredible women who have been making an impact in their industry and in their community at this event. So it is a must come.
It's a must come. Yes. So now, outside of the fashion, I've read about the career lab. What is the career lab and how can we become more involved with that part of the initiative?
Absolutely. So there's a lot of substance in this. Like, we love the fashion because it is a way to express ourselves, but this is about education, right? This is about us being able to raise awareness on the opportunities that exist and making sure that people come and are connected to those opportunities. So the Career Lab will be an opportunity for people who are looking for jobs to get resume reviews, to do mock interviews. So if you're looking to go into the tech world or to a specific industry, we'll be able to connect you with people from that industry in a room where you'll be able to speak with them about what is it like to work at a media company like MIA? What do I need to do for my resume to be appealing so that they can hire me? Can I get a mock interview? What kind of questions can I expect? So that's what the Career Lab will look like at the event.
Thank you. You're really helping the community. I mean, because a lot of people, they get kind of stuck. And when they get stuck, they tend to give up or they don't have direction. They don't know where to go. And, I mean, there's Google, but that's like virtual. But to experience this in person, it's more personable and you get to ask questions to experts and everything. So that is definitely needed. And to segue into my next question now, the She Builds Global Initiative, it's a platform that exists to connect women of color entrepreneurs, creators, and professionals and to global opportunities and value chains. Do you feel that there has been an increase as far as women of color becoming entrepreneurs? And why? If that's such, then why is that happening?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There has been an exponential growth of women entrepreneurs in the past few years. I think we've grown at 40% more than white women globally. So there's been an increase, and I think technology has enabled that. So there's a few reasons why that growth has happened. Number one, education. Because of technology, a lot more women can, from the comfort of their home, get on Coursera or Udemy or YouTube, learn new skills and convert those skills into monetizable ventures, right? So you can launch yourself as an influencer, you can launch yourself as a beauty entrepreneur, as a fashion entrepreneur, as a fintech entrepreneur, as a Web3 entrepreneur, just by going on YouTube and learning how to do it. So the technology, the very simple technology of the internet has allowed more women from the comfort of their homes to become entrepreneurs. Number two, there's been an increase in corporations, venture capitalists, nonprofit organizations, government entities wanting to invest in Black women, right? And I would say since 2020 and the George Floyd event, a lot more companies are now recognizing that they need to do more to invest in Black women in the career space as well as in the entrepreneurial space. And that investment is allowing more entrepreneurs to have access to capital to actually start their businesses. And that's allowing the sector to grow. So there's multiple reasons why, but yes, it is absolutely growing.
Any like popular field or category that you see the most growth in?
So the popular field is always beauty because a lot of entrepreneurs can make things from the comfort of their home with ingredients that they can find anywhere. But what's not super popular, but is growing and could become the next big thing for the Black community is Web3. So being able to tap into the opportunities that the metaverse allows for is going to be revolutionary. From blockchain, cryptocurrency, artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things. I don't want to, get too technical, and I do want you all who are tuning in to come to the festival to learn about all these technologies, but the opportunities are abundant when it comes to Web3. That is the next wave of the internet.
Well, okay, this is like the third or fourth time you mentioned in Web3. I need to pull up for the Web3 seminar. I need, I will be there for that part. So, okay.
Yes, yes.
So, it is Haitian Heritage Month, and Haitian Flag Day happened 2 days ago. So I recently did interview artist, advocate, actor, Wyclef Jean, and he mentioned that there's a lot of talent coming out of Little Haiti. And it's not just sports or music or within the arts, but this generation, they're more focused on just being engineers and scientists and more, I guess, academic as far as math and science and all of that. So with that being said, do you think the global perception is changing as far as how the world perceives Haiti? Again, based on media tends to show not so much the good parts, but there's been so much progress as far as the Haitian community and people progressing and saying, no, that's not who we are. We are skilled, we are intelligent, we're brilliant, we're beautiful people. So do you see that narrative is changing over time?
Absolutely. And it's not loud, but it is changing, right? Because the media is louder than the positive things that are happening. And they don't want to showcase those positive things because there's no sensationalism when it comes to positive things, right? You want to hear about the gang wars that are happening in different neighborhoods, but you don't want to hear about the entrepreneur who, with very little capital, was able to create a solution for his son who was deaf and without any resources created a technology, self-taught, that allowed his son to now be able to hear, and that his technology, and by the way, this is a real story of a real entrepreneur based in Haiti, right? Living in a slum. And his technology has allowed his son, who was born deaf, to now be able to hear or communicate with him in a way that no kind of medical breakthrough or innovation has been able to do today. These are the things that are happening in stories that we're not telling, right? But those of us who are in that world and know about it, We're excited about it. We're trying to amplify it. So we are trying to change that narrative, but it's just not loud enough.
Yeah, it's not loud enough. They're not showing those stories. And if
Just
you know, if they're not doing it, then we have to do it. You know,
exactly.
we have to be the ones to share those stories.
Exactly.
And I know as far as your initiative, you're also about empowering young girls into young women. So tell us about your partnership with that and how you're how you're helping young women.
Yeah, absolutely. So we support women in two different ways. We want you to be, well, in three different ways. We want you to be a well rounded professional, right? And we want you to be a well rounded entrepreneur if that's the path you want to choose. And we want you to be a well rounded leader, right? A community builder. So we have an academy where we actually train young women who want to be community builders, right? And have their own She Builds chapter in their city, how to become an ecosystem builder. What does it take? How to speak in front of a public, how to host a panel, how to organize an event, how to coordinate with speakers and partners, how to get access to funding for your chapter. So we actually take those young women through a training program, and those skills are transferable, right? You can use it for yourself and for your She Builds chapter if you want to launch it in your city, but you can also just use it in your career and put it on your resume that you're a public speaker, that you know how to do project management and all of the skills that come with what we provide. As an entrepreneur, young entrepreneurs, we actually have university chapters for She Builds, where we are nurturing university students to be the next big unicorn, right? When we talk about unicorn, it's Silicon Valley tech white boy bros club. We are trying to nurture from university the next Black woman unicorn. And so we take them also through a training of how to start a startup, right? How to pitch in front of investor, how to be investor ready, how to find product market fit, how to market to your customers, etc. So we do a lot at the university level to really enable our community to be generationally connected and to make an impact in the economy, not just as professionals, but as entrepreneurs as well.
No, that's so phenomenal. The opportunity is there, especially for this generation. I would say that, the Gen Zs and everything, they live in the age of social media like that and virtual and AI. That's their world. So, for you to tap into that part and for them to groom their minds and to let them know that anything is possible. You
Anything's
know, my mom, who's a baby boomer or the alpha boomers, they didn't really have that opportunity. They were kind of in a box as far as how they were raised by their parents and their grandparents. But as far as the generation now, it's countless with what they're able to contribute to society. And there's so many gifts that they have, but they just have to tap into that gift. And you're able to help them explore their gifts and their purpose and to further elevate what that might be. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. So where is the festival/conference? How can we get tickets? Give us all the deets on that part.
Yes. So tickets are being sold on Eventbrite, and the way you can access that link is through our website, shebuildsinitiative.com. And you'll see a tab that says Future Festival. It has the breakout of all the speakers that are coming from Google, from Meta, from JP Morgan, from Benefit Cosmetics, from Amazon. You'll be able to see the itinerary for the event and what's happening on what day, as well as the different locations, because we have events happening at different venues. And then the link to the Eventbrite right there. So if you want to purchase tickets, you can get a general admission ticket and just attend the conference, or you can get a VIP ticket and attend some of the VIP events that we have going on at night.
Wow, super excited. Okay. So now we're going to get into our MIA. So talk. Really cute questions, that's all. So what is your favorite place to visit?
If I say Haiti, would that be cliche?
No, not at all. Is it Labadie, Port-au-Prince? All I know is Labadie and Port-au-Prince. So
Oh, and I need to take you to Jacmel, Nicky, because Jacmel is the creative city, and I have family from Jacmel. And when I visit that place, there's a feeling when you get there. It's inexplainable, you know? You just feel something. It's almost mystical when you arrive. And because it's such a creative city, you have artists everywhere and you're surrounded by art from the ground, the tiles on the floor, the buildings are like gingerbread houses. It's such a rich, historical, and creative city. Actually, UNESCO made Jacmel a UNESCO creative city. It's actually an official creative city for the United Nations. But that's my favorite place to visit.
Oh my God, I have to look it up.
Yes, and you have to come visit with me.
I'm gonna come visit. I've never heard. I didn't talk about that.
Yeah,
You know, for the outsiders, we only see what we hear within media or what's available, you know, what's accessible to us. But I have never heard is Jacques Mel.
that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to so look it up. And yes, I would love to visit. Okay. So, what are the top two songs on your playlist or that you just recently listened to?
Ooh. So Afro beats hitting the airwaves.
Mhm.
Cough. That song is like on repeat for me. I don't know if we have a DJ in the background who could play a snippet, but
Woo!
that song is on repeat for me. The
Right.
second song that I also have on repeat is Sia. She has
Oh.
a song called I'm Possible or something
Mhm.
like that. Is
I'm
it
unbreakable. Is that
Unbreakable? Yes.
okay?
Song just like makes me want to just rip my shirt and like, yes. On
Super
repeat.
Shaina. Yes.
God,
Okay.
on repeat.
Awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. She's awesome. So what was the last movie or series that you streamed?
I'm a former athlete.
Oh,
Um, and so any movies around sports, I go crazy over. And so All American and All American Homecoming series on Netflix, I have watched at least 3 times and waiting for the next season. So
okay. I
yeah.
have to check that out. Okay, so you what you're athletic. Was it in school or what did you play?
I'm former track runner, former
Ah,
soccer player, and tennis player. Yes, triathlete.
okay. You say you got some Beyonce thighs. You got the Beyonce thighs going to the beach.
Listen.
Okay. All right. So Zook or Kompa?
That's a tough one, and they're so close to each other. I would say Zouk.
Ah, Zook.
I
All
know my Haitians are probably like, "What?"
right.
I like me some Zouk. Yes.
So what would you tell your younger self and how old would you be?
Ooh, what would I tell my younger self?
Mhm.
You know, as an entrepreneur, you face a lot of adversity, a lot of rejection, a lot of no, a lot of people giving up on you, a lot of people making promises they don't keep. And it can be, you have to have a certain mental toughness, but it can take time to get there, right? To get to that place where you feel like, you know what? I'm okay with this rejection. I'll keep it moving. And so I would tell my younger self that any setback is a setup for your comeback. And this is something I heard from someone else, and it stuck with me. And because of that little saying, every time I get a rejection or a no or a sorry, can't do this for you, or something bad happens or a failure, I think about it as a setup for something greater that's coming. And if I had known that when I was younger, I think I would have taken things a little less personally, right? Like I'm not good enough, or maybe I'm an imposter, or maybe my ideas are too big or too small. When we're young, sometimes we just feel like our world is collapsing when we're failing or when people tell us no, and there's no real explanation as to why. This is so amazing. Why would you say no to this? But now you accept it and you see the bigger picture ahead.
Yeah, and now and given your experiences being a youth, being younger and being where you are right now, you're able to share those with other people, especially the younger ones, and to share your experiences. And that's kind of how it always is. Like we reflect as we get older and we're like, wow,
Yes.
as we get older, a lot of things we're like, yeah, you know. So
Wisdom.
yeah, it's all about wisdom and experiences and wisdom. That's what life is all about. So Shaina, thank you so much. Super excited. I cannot wait. Cannot wait for June 8th to come around. And I'm working on my outfit, you know, because you know I have to be grand with my entrance with the outfit. So
it is Nicky after all. Yes.
yeah, well, thank you so much. Looking forward to it. And yeah, we'll see you in a few weeks, June 8th, definitely.
Thank you so much.
Very Humble Wednesday.
And the whole MIA team, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. So we'll see you soon. And everyone, thank you so much again for tuning in. Again, visit She Builds Global Initiative. The conference and festival is going down June 8th through the 10th. So go ahead and purchase your tickets. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the CW for MIA Soul on June 11th. Big things are going. Have a good night.